Ladies and gentlemen, we are back here at Ponderosa High School here in Parker, Colorado. I'd like to take this time to remind you that tonight's pregame show is brought to you by Fika's Coffee House, located in the heart of downtown Parker. Stop by there today for a great cup of coffee. We are approaching 5 minutes now before the tip-off of the first varsity game of the night, the girls' varsity game. Friendly reminder here that Chaparral is 12-4 coming into tonight's game, while Ponderosa's 5-12. So it's a tale of two teams tonight. But when it's a rivalry game, and especially when it's a fight for who runs the town tonight, it's always going to be a good game.
Yeah, it should be. You know, this is something that we're not used to seeing. Is obviously such a dominant Chaparral team. But, you know, Ponderosa, you know, they've struggled a little bit this year, but I want to see them maybe take up that underdog role and try and compete in this game.
You know, Ryan, what do you think about it?
I think it's going to be a really good game, despite the records. Last year, the girls' team for Chap was really, really good, just like this year, and Ponderosa wasn't the best. But Ponderosa did come out with a 4-point win against Chap last year. And that's all about rivalry, and that's how I think today's going to be too.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when these teams meet their rival schools, everything changes. You know, players get to the ball faster, they play harder, and, you know, they're working for every loose ball. So a lot more intensity, and, you know, anything can happen.
Yeah, that's what I like about what mic am I? Hold up. Sorry about that. That's what I like about rivalry games is college sports, and even professional to a lesser extent, is your record doesn't matter, really. I mean, we've seen this time in and time out, college football, college basketball especially, when the team that does not score, that doesn't have a great record, upsets that team that's better than them. And that's what I love about it, is Ponderosa, you may want to count them out for other games, but if there's one game you don't want to count out a team that's not doing very well, it's a rivalry game, because it seems like no matter what, that game's going to go down to the wire.
Yeah, I mean, just look at the Chap Legend football game. I mean, Chap had, in my opinion, had twice as good as a team as Legend did, but because it's for Parker pride and
Sure,
Legend and Chap dislike each other so much, I think that's why it was a one-touchdown game, because Legend was playing not for the record or for how good they are. They're playing to rub it in our faces and for bragging rights.
definitely. And, I mean, that's what you got to love about these rival games is, you know, teams lay it all out on the line. And I know I already said that, but it's true. It just, these teams want bragging rights, like Ryan said. They come out here trying to prove something. And let's see, in other sports, obviously this weekend we have the Super Bowl coming up.
Really?
Really?
Yeah,
That's
Super
not a
Bowl?
big one.
Yeah,
Wow.
kind of a small event, but you might have heard of it. Any predictions on the Super Bowl?
My prediction, 31-27 Broncos.
All right, going with the high-scoring game. Let's see. I'm going to go a little lower scoring. I'm going to say 24-14 Denver. You know, and that seems like a blowout, a 10-point victory. But one thing that I feel like I'm the only person to say in America right now is I think Cam Newton is going to make mistakes. I think this Denver Bronco team is going to pressure him and, you know, force him to make quick throws. And when he makes those quick throws, he's going to throw interceptions and incompletions, and it's just going to kill drives. And so I honestly think that this Denver Bronco team will be Superman, a.k.a. Cam Newton's kryptonite.
We are now approaching 1 minute before tip-off here.
And then in other news, high school sport. Oh, wait.
Oh, you can't hear me. Keep going.
Sorry, what were you saying?
I was about to say 1 minute before tip-off now.
Oh, excuse me.
We've had some mic issues off and on tonight, so we apologize for that. Grayson can't hear us, but he's definitely going to be on. I'm going to give my mic to Grayson now. He is our play-by-play, and tonight's color will be Ryan. Enjoy.
And we're back here just a couple minutes before tip-off here with Ryan Carruthers and his Chaparral team taking on a struggling Ponderosa women's basketball team. So any predictions for tonight's game?
You know how much of a rivalry this is and how much Pondo dislikes Shap and how much Shap dislikes Pondo. I think it should be closer to a blowout, in my opinion. I think the Wolverines are going to pull out a win probably by like 18.
Okay, that's quite the margin there. I will have to agree with you. I'm going to go with the final score of 36 to 53.
I like it. I
There
like
you
it. I
go.
hope that happens. I hope. I'd like to see us put up over 50 points in the first half.
That'd be great. And, you know, something that the Chaparral team is very capable of putting points on the board. So, you know, it'll keep those scorekeepers busy for sure.
Yeah, it all depends on how we shoot the three tonight because that's our specialty. And we saw a couple games ago against Highland Ranch, I believe. They couldn't shoot the three. They
Right.
couldn't shoot it to save their lives. But so as we've seen and as we know easily, the Chaparral team can drain those threes, and when they can, it's going to be lovely.
Sure. And any names that stick out to you on the Chaparral team for tonight, especially to make an impact on this game?
I mean, honestly, what is a Shap girls team without mentioning the Nelson sisters? You know?
Right.
I mean, they are both so good, and especially at the three ball, I think they're going to play a big role in this. I also believe coming off the bench, Hannah Johnson, she's going to do a really good job. I've seen her a couple times come off the bench. There's so much energy, no matter what time it is in the game or the score. She just looks like she brings a whole new energy level to this team, and that's what you want to see.
Yeah, absolutely. And a common theme for the Chaparral team has been fouls, so they're definitely going to need their bench players. And I agree, Hannah Johnson runs that point guard position very effectively, so I'm looking to see a big impact from her tonight.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Emma Hayden's still out sick.
And here we go. Chaparral loses the tip-off, but it will be contained by Rachel Nelson. And Reagan Cavarini swings over to Emily Moore, who drives in with the floater, doesn't get it to go. Shelby Hawkins dribbles, dishes inside to Margot Best, who loses it, but it will be regained by Reagan Cavarini. Best goes back up and seems to be fouled. No call, and the ball will go out of bounds. Chaparral will retain possession. Cavarini looking to inbound. Into Hawkins. Moore swinging it to the top of the key. And Cavarini shoots a three off the mark, but it will be rebounded by Best. Best goes back up, rolls out, and Ponderosa will finally take possession.
Good passing there. Great rebounding also by Shap on that offensive possession.
Definitely, and Ponderosa knocks down its first jumper, and they will take an early lead, 2-0. Shot was by number 12. Hawkins looking for that three, and Nelson shoots the three, and that's a dagger. Add three to Chaparral's from way out.
Now that was pretty.
And this battle starts early. Ponderosa running down the floor, floats one up off the mark, and it will be contained by Chaparral before being batted around, and a jump ball will be called. Well, it's already starting early. These teams are going to go at it tonight.
Yeah, I mean, Shap, unfortunate with their first possession, couldn't get a basket, but good play by both of these teams so far.
And this ball will go off of Ponderosa. Chaparral will take the ball. Hawkins inbounds Cavarini. Cavarini leading her troops. Dumps it off to Emily Moore. Moore swings into Bess. Bess working that paint, goes straight up, but will get nothing but rim. And Ponderosa trying to stretch the floor 1-on-3 before the ball is dribbled into a corner. Ellis looking for something, and there will be a foul called offensively on Ellis there. Just too much shoulder on that one, and Chaparral will take the ball back, leading by 1 with 6:15 to go in the first quarter.
You know, something that I've noticed tonight is the fact that really Chaparral has had a lot of good chances, but they can't seem to convert on those chances no matter what they do.
Definitely, Cavarini is blocked on that shot. More intensity building up in this game. Ponderosa swinging it around the perimeter. Looking for something. Back to Ellis. Ellis, the captain of this Ponderosa team, and a jump shot for Ponderosa off the mark. Emily Moore will rebound it. And Cavarini will take possession. Nelson looking for Bess, who gets it to the top of the paint. Back out to Hawkins. Hawkins drives and tries to get a floater, but is blocked. And here comes the Mustangs. Grand Prix dumps it to the top of the paint. Excuse me, what were you saying, Ryan?
Sorry. The chances are there for Chaparral, but Ponderosa just won't let them have it because, in my opinion, it's probably the rivalry. They don't want them to have those easy layups and those easy shots.
Definitely. They've been shutting down Chaparral in the paint, not getting easy buckets, which will make it tough for the Wolverines tonight. Here comes Ponderosa mishandling the ball, and the ball's on the floor along with many other players before a jump ball is called. About 4 players fighting for that ball before Chaparral will take back possession. Cavarini gonna slow the play of the Wolverines. Looks to Nelson. Nelson shoots another one, and that's another one. 6-2. Nelson has all the points for Chaparral with 2 threes, 2 for 2 tonight, and so far she's off to a great start.
Yeah, her 3 sometimes is accurate. Oh
yeah,
my goodness.
it's killer. I mean, it's hard to defend that, especially when she shoots it from so far out.
Yeah, she just has such a pretty shot.
Cavarini back to Nelson, into Best. Best trying to get on the board, goes up and will be tipped before missing. Back to Nelson. Nelson looking for another 3. Off the mark on that one. And here comes Ellis, leading the Mustangs. Dribbles to the left, tries to find something inside before bobbling it. Recontrols it. Crosses it over, tries to go to the left side, dumps it across court. And that will be picked off by Chaparral. Nelson tries to catch that pass before being mobbed by a Mustang defender. And that ball will go out of bounds. Cavarini has, sorry about that. Best goes up with the right hand off the mark. And a foul on the floor against the Mustangs.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think it was Cavarini, when she got that ball in, the inbound pass, Spates was wide open in the middle of the paint, but right when she was about to pass it, Ponderosa figured it out and then covered her up.
Right. Here comes Cavarini trying to get the ball back to Nelson, who's had a quick start, but the ball will go off her hands, and the Mustangs will take possession. Grand Prix to dribble up the ball for Ponderosa. Another one of the Mustangs' captains. Dribbles to the right side of the floor before throwing a pass that Emily Moore will pick up on a fast break. Looks to go up with the left hand. She will draw the foul. Going to the line for 2 is Emily Moore, looking to add to this lead.
She saw that free ball, and she sprinted, and oh my goodness, was she so fast running down to get that ball.
Definitely, and I mean, even going up on that layup, she just went up strong, tried to draw contact, and she was successful. Moore with that high arcing shot, can't get the first one to go. Moore trying to go 1 for 2 at the line. And she will not. Ellis dribbling down floor. This Ponderosa team hasn't had much rhythm to their offense. Really just improvising at this point.
And they're truly lucky because their defense has stood up for them, and that's the only reason it's a 4-point game. It could be a lot more.
Definitely. I mean, their offense hasn't been there, but I mean, they've shut them down in the paint.
Exactly.
Cavarini trying to make up her mind where she wants to go. Gets trapped, but finds Nelson. Nelson. And that Spates pass will go right to a Ponderosa student, trying to get them involved a little bit. But the Mustangs will take back possession, and Grand Prix swings it across court to Ellis. Ellis trying to find something, picks up her dribble, and the ball's tipped around a little bit before Ellis regains control. Dribbles to the top of the paint before being bodied, and a foul called on the floor. Not a surprise there. That'll be on Katie Smith for the Wolverines.
You know, my question is coming into tonight is Chaparral's defense just looking really good right now, or is it the Mustang offense that just can't get anything going?
I think it's the Mustang offense that cannot get anything going, just because it's not the game plan that's being shut down. It's that Ponderosa doesn't have a game plan in the first place. And Ellis will be fouled on the 3-point shot. A Wolverine defender just getting underneath her feet, not giving her landing space on that 3, and will give her 3 free throws, which is something you never want to do.
No, but case in point, though, you say now it's not their game plan is getting shut down. We saw an easy missed layup, and now we're seeing missed free throws from Ponderosa.
Right, and, you know, it's just the Chaparral team's more well-rounded, and I do like them to win this game. But Ponderosa has got to come out with a better game plan and find a way to fix this deficit. Ellis 1 for 2 at the line, trying to knock down her second free throw. That's off the mark, and here comes the Wolverines. Hawkins to Cavarini. To Katie Smith, trying to look inside. She's just going to swing out, drives, goes up with the right hand, and gets it to go.
Wow.
Add 2 for Chaparral. What a drive there.
That was pretty.
Absolutely, and here comes Chaparral trying to respond on defense.
It's also a low-scoring first quarter, but what we're usually used to seeing from Chaparral. And I imagine it's the exact same for Ponderosa as well.
Yeah, I agree with you there, Reagan. I mean, Shap is just such an explosive offense, and to only have 8 points so far this quarter, you got to be proud if you're that Ponderosa defense.
And I'll tell you what, this Ponderosa team has the ball in the hands of Ellis about 90% of the time, and that's just not what you want. Cavarini trying to find something on a fast break, but will be tipped out by Grant and Pre, and Chaparral will take it from the side. And in comes Hannah Johnson looking to make a factor off the bench. Johnson will receive the pass, and she walked. No dispute on that one except from Johnson. She switched pivot foots and just working a little bit too fast there, maybe a little bit too eager.
Definitely not what you want to see the minute you come into a game.
And Johnson playing tight defense. Ponderosa swings to the top, trying to find something. Ellis working, trying to find one of her teammates, and she shoots an open jumper, knocks it down. Add 2 to Ponderosa's scoreboard, but it has not been easy for them. Johnson running the point guard position, swings it to Smith. Smith drives inside, back to Johnson. Johnson loses his balance a little bit. And into Best. Best goes up with the right hand, not able to get it to go, and Ponderosa will get the rebound. Grand Prix bringing it down the floor for Ponderosa. Ponderosa has an open look. They're going to pass on it. And this pass is picked off by Katie Smith. Fast break. Ponderosa defender behind her, and she will finish with the layup.
That was a great jump on that steal by Katie Smith. What a play.
Definitely. And now it is 10-5 with 12 seconds left to go in this first quarter. Grand Prix trying to get something easy, and Johnson pokes it away. Won't be able to get to that loose ball, but tight defense. And Ponderosa will not get a shot off before the buzzer. Down 5 at the end of the first, and this Chaparral team has been dominant.
We're going to take a quick commercial break, but we thank you for watching this presentation of Chaparral High School Sports on the Chaparral Broadcasting Network.
Climb higher with Chaparral DECA. With nearly 215,000 international members, we challenge you to be the leaders of tomorrow's business world. Learn practical skills for the real world while making a difference in your community. Travel the country, meet business professionals, and get a leg up on your college application. Join today by enrolling in a marketing class. Chap DECA. Join us now or work for us later.
At Cold Stone Creamery, we're passionate about ice cream, and we know you are too. That's why we're always making new flavors to satisfy your ice cream dreams, like our fudge truffle ice cream and new red hot strawberry ice cream. They're available in 2 creations, our falling and chocolate creation with fudge truffle ice cream, brownie, fudge, and whipped topping, and our hot strawberry passion creation with red hot strawberry ice cream, strawberries, brownie, and whipped topping. They're available for a limited time only at Cold Stone Creamery, the ultimate ice cream experience.
And we're back here after an exciting first quarter, but low scoring. Chaparral up 10-5 on these Mustangs. And Ponderosa just really struggling at the start of this game, trying to find something offensively, but really just can't get open shots. And they're going to have to find a way to fix that in this next 3 quarters if they want to even try to contend. And here comes Ellis, bringing it up the floor to Grand Prix. Grand Prix swings it to the top of the paint. And the Mustangs looking for something. Excuse us. Chaparral will take possession. Hannah Johnson leading the Chaparral team at point guard. Johnson dumps it off. In to Hawkins, who gets the right-handed floater to go. Just a turnaround floater. It's beautiful, and add 2 to Chaparral's score. And this ball will go out of bounds, tipped off of Ponderosa's very own, Taylor Cook.
You know, if it's one thing I have realized as this game has continued on, it's Chaparral could have a much larger lead right now if they have, say that and that happens, but Chaparral could have a much larger lead than what they already do have, as they've now opened up a 10-point lead. If they've converted more shots, Chaparral's offense was struggling to begin that first quarter, but has since turned on.
Definitely, and Nelson hits another 3 for her 3rd one tonight, 3 for 4, and she is on fire. Hawkins goes in with the right hand and gets that to go. An easy basket. Chaparral up 17-5 with 6:41 to go in the second quarter. Ponderosa trying to find some answer to Chaparral's. And Ponderosa will throw up a floating shot that will not go. And Hannah Johnson looks to Nelson, who swings to Hawkins. Hawkins goes back inside, goes up with the right hand off the glass, misses, and Moore trying to fight, but Ponderosa will control it. And here come the Mustangs. A crossover, a jumper at the top of the key, add 2 to Ponderosa, and that is what they need, is just simple 15-foot jumpers to go.
Absolutely, that looked pretty. It fooled the Chaparral defense. She broke her defender, and then what happens when that happens? You score. Great play by Moore there. My, oh my.
And
jump ball.
They're going to call a jump ball. I'm surprised there was not a travel called. She was moving quite a bit on the floor, but I guess they both had possession before Moore started moving. And Nelson to inbound. Up to to Spates. Cavarini to Johnson. Johnson works that crossover, right-handed floater off the glass, can't get it to go, but she gets her own rebound, goes back up, can't get that to go, and Spates is hacked, no call, but Moore will get the foul call. And Chaparral will take it from the baseline. Wow, Spates was mauled on that one.
I know. And since we're obviously not at Chaparral, we get to see a much different view there.
Absolutely, and
was that another foul? Yeah, it was another foul against Ponderosa.
Number 10 there, an off-ball foul, and you can't have those on inbounds.
No, definitely not, especially if that could have put Chaparral in the bonus.
And Nelson out for 3, off the mark on that one. Johnson with an aggressive rebound, goes up with the left hand, can't get that to go, but a strong rebound. And here comes Grand Prix looking to get more on the more on the board and reduce this deficit.
You know, Johnson for Chaparral has looked incredible tonight.
Yes, in every single margin except for the shooting call.
Yes, she can't finish, but other than that, she has been an incredible asset for Chap.
And Johnson gains possession again, looking and draws that's a huge charge, I believe. Feet were set, and Ponderosa will take back the ball. You know, that's perfectly executed from the Mustangs.
Absolutely. It looked like Hannah had tried to go into that one. It looked like she aimed for that girl. It was like, this better be a blocking, and she took a risk, and that risk didn't pay off.
Right. And Chaparral will shut down this Ponderosa inbound. Johnson looking into Cavarini. Cavarini will take back point guard, and Hannah Johnson shooting at shooting guard. Dumps it in to Spates, who will bobble and finds another jump ball. And I think if you're Hannah Johnson, I know you're hesitant to shoot the ball, but you have to shoot that open jumper because it was there. And here comes the Mustangs with a home run pass. Looking for something inside, and that will be tipped by Nelson, saving 2 on the scoreboard. Ponderosa to inbound. Ellis trying to beat that 5-second, and she will. And a foul called on Chaparral there.
You know, since we have the time to point this out right now, I'd like to thank the athletic director for Ponderosa High School, Mr. Otterman, and just everyone at the school for allowing us to come here tonight. Both coaches for both teams have been gracious enough to tell us a bit of their own stories and a bit of their own team stories, and just allowing us to come here to cover this game has been a dream come true for us.
Absolutely, we're very grateful as Ponderosa adds 2 to the board, and Cavarini looking inside to Spates. Spates trying to put a move in, and that ball will be controlled by Ellis before being hacked. And I believe they're going to call a foul instead of the jump ball, which has been a common call tonight. And the Mustangs will take it back. Katie Smith coming in for the Wolverines.
Chaparral has played a good game tonight, though. Very entertaining game from both teams, even though it may be a 10-point lead.
Definitely. They could probably shoot a little better, but beyond that, they have played well. And here comes Cavarini dishing out to Hawkins. Hawkins back to Cavarini, looking to maybe shoot, finds Spates inside, and she will be fouled before receiving that pass. And Chaparral will take it from the baseline again. Cavarini to inbound. Best checking in. And Hawkins will look to find Bess in the paint. Bess goes up and draws a little contact, not called. Nelson will control. And Katie Smith looking for something on the perimeter. Hawkins drives, goes up with the right hand, but is blocked. And here comes the Mustangs. Ellis, her dribble will be tipped from behind, and Chaparral will steal the ball. Katie Smith trying to slow her team down. Cavarini will regain that point guard position. And she cuts and is open, gets the left-hander to go, and that was beautiful. Just the give and go right there, and Chaparral takes a 10-point advantage with 2:47 left to go in the first half.
That was absolutely incredible there. The pass led right to the basket, and Reagan just had nothing but an easy finish to complete, and she did just that.
Definitely, and here comes Cavarini. Dishes it off to Nelson, looking for another 3. Can't get that one to go. And the Mustangs, Ellis, will try to find at least some response for Chaparral. You know,
Yes.
they really have not come out strong in the second quarter.
One thing I found interesting, though, is that neither team has called a timeout so far.
That is interesting, and Ellis goes up with a nice left-handed shot off the glass. That's what you want to see if you're the Mustangs. Try and find quality shots. Cavarini looking. Nelson shoots a jumper off the mark, and Bess will control in double coverage, and she will be fouled. Excuse me. They will give it to Ponderosa because of a timeout. A Chaparral timeout, excuse me.
I'd like to thank you for watching this presentation of Chaparral High School Sports on the Chaparral Broadcasting Network.
Climb higher with Chaparral DECA. Gain practical skills for the real world while making a difference in your community. Join today by enrolling in a marketing class. Chaparral DECA. Join us now for some seriously fun business.
What makes Cold Stone Creamery the ultimate ice cream experience? Our crew members handcraft our ice cream in small batches, one flavor at a time, prepared just for you. For a limited time only, try our fudge truffle ice cream at Cold Stone Creamery, the ultimate ice cream experience.
We would like to take this time to remind you that one of our sponsors in part tonight is Fika Coffee House, located in the heart of downtown Parker. Fika Coffee House is a great place to stop by, get a cup of coffee, and chat with friends. Stop by there today.
Chaparral up 8 with 1:46 to go in this first half. Ponderosa fighting back a little bit, but still not a huge response to the Chaparral's dominance. Now we're going to see how they close out this first half, trying to find some sort of momentum to lead them into the third and fourth quarter and try and win this game.
Chaparral has played a very complete game. I think there's one place they've been struggling. It's finishing at the rim especially, but really everything besides that, Chaparral is playing arguably one of their best games of the season.
Definitely, and Cavarini into Bess. Back to Cavarini, who's going to go up with the left hand and gets that to go. Another left-handed layup for Cavarini. It's automatic, and Chaparral regains the double-digit lead. 1:27 left to go in this half. Ponderosa dishes inside before being batted by a Chaparral defender. Grand Prix dishes it to the top of the paint. Back to Grand Prix, who's going to try and find some shot, and Emily Moore will push her in the back, and a foul will go on Chaparral.
I apologize with the clock. Our computer mouse is not wanting to cooperate with us. Having a tough time deciding to stick.
Ellis will knock down her first of two. And she will go 2 for 2 at the line. Free throws very important. And Cavarini leading her team. And that Nelson's pass is batted before Ellis will take possession. Ellis slowing the pace. Trying to find something. Just anything, but Emily Moore with tight coverage, just a little bit too tight there, will draw a foul. You know, the Chaparral team has played very aggressive on the defensive end.
Yes, and even though Ponderosa really can't seem to get their offense going, at the same time, they're still in this game, and that's very important to note.
Definitely, especially if they can knock down some of these free throws from Chaparral mistakes on the foul column. And here comes Cavarini trying to manage this 40 seconds left. To Nelson, back to Cavarini, who goes to Moore. Moore trying to find something, and a huge walk there. And it will be Ponderosa's ball. And here comes Ellis going up with the right hand, but will be blocked by Bess. And 20 seconds left for Chaparral to finish with one last shot. Trying to find momentum to go into the second half. Cavarini into Bess. Working inside out. 3, 2, 1. Cavarini goes up with the left hand, can't get that to go, and that will take us into halftime. Chaparral up 6, 21-15, but a dominant first half, a little bit worse than it says on the scoreboard.
Yes, I think Chaparral should be winning by more than what they currently are right now, but Chaparral has played a near complete game. They need to finish more, and if they could, this could easily be a 20-point lead for Chaparral.
Absolutely, and we're going to take a quick break here before half.
We're going to take it, yeah. We'd like to thank you for watching this presentation of Chaparral High School Sports. on the Chaparral Broadcasting Network.
Climb higher with Chaparral Deca. With nearly 215,000 international members, we challenge you to be the leaders of tomorrow's business world. Learn practical skills for the real world while making a difference in your community. Travel the country, meet business professionals, and get a leg up on your college application. Join today by enrolling in a marketing class. Chap Deca. Join us now or work for us later.
At Cold Stone Creamery, we're passionate about ice cream, and we know you are too. That's why we're always making new flavors to satisfy your ice cream dreams, like our fudge truffle ice cream and new red hot strawberry ice cream. They're available in 2 creations: our falling and chocolate creation with fudge truffle ice cream, brownie, fudge, and whipped topping, and our hot strawberry passion creation with red hot strawberry ice cream, strawberries, brownie, and whipped topping. They're available for a limited time only at Cold Stone Creamery, the ultimate ice cream experience.
Climb higher with Chaparral Deca. With nearly 215,000 international members, we challenge you to be the leaders of tomorrow's business world. Learn practical skills for the real world while making a difference in your community. Travel the country, meet business professionals, and get a leg up on your college application. Join today by enrolling in a marketing class. Chap Deca. Join us now or work for us later.
At Cold Stone Creamery, we're passionate about ice cream, and we know you are too. That's why we're always making new flavors to satisfy your ice cream dreams, like our fudge truffle ice cream and new red hot strawberry ice cream. They're available in 2 creations, our falling and chocolate creation with fudge truffle ice cream, brownie, fudge, and whipped topping, and our hot strawberry passion creation with red hot strawberry ice cream, strawberries, brownie, and whipped topping. They're available for a limited time only at Cold Stone Creamery, the ultimate ice cream experience.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back here in Ponderosa High School, not Chaparral High School. Nonetheless, still in Parker, Colorado. Grayson, what did you see this first half that really gave the advantage to Chap?
Well, Chaparral simply just finished at the basket. You know, Ponderosa didn't really have much of an offense. They were improvising the whole game, trying to find open shots, and really just dribbling too much as a team. So Chaparral passed the ball effectively and found open shots, and that's the difference in the score right now.
I absolutely agree with you. Chaparral came out strong, but their lead should probably be more than 6 points.
I agree. Chaparral's just got to find a way to finish at the rim. A lot of close, 5, 8 footers missed by Chaparral, and they really got to make those if they're going to blow away this Ponderosa team in the second half.
Yes, before this third quarter of action starts, I'd like to remind you that this game is sponsored in part by Fika's Coffee House. Would always like to remind you that Fika is located right in the heart of Parker, Colorado. Come by for some great coffee and some great fun.
And here comes Cavarini, ready to lead the Chaparral team in the second half. Hawkins drives and goes up with the right hand, off the mark. Best goes back up, but will be blocked and off a Ponderosa defender. Chaparral will contain the ball. Ponderosa will take the ball. Chaparral coming out with a press in this second half. And Dupree shoots a jump shot off the mark, and Cavarini with the rebound off her leg, and Ponderosa will take back the ball. Just a good pressure defense there. Grand Dupree into inbound to Ellis. Ellis drives in with the left-hander off the mark. She gets her own rebound, and Ponderosa goes back up with a jumper off the mark. Cavarini running, and that ball will be tipped again out of bounds, and Cavarini just not getting it up the floor so far. But she'll slow it down a little bit, see if this is a more effective tempo, and Moore will receive the pass. Moore dishes out to Hawkins, open for 3, off the mark, and Moore will tip it before Ponderosa will pick up the rebound, and Ellis with the jumper off the mark, air ball, and Hawkins to that loose ball, dumps it off to Nelson, back to Cavarini, who's going to run.
You can't leave, Ponderosa got lucky there. You can't leave Hawkins that wide open, because more often than not, she's going to drain that three-pointer.
Definitely, and Nelson's drive is swatted, and Ponderosa will control it. Here comes the Mustangs. And that ball is tipped by Hawkins. Hawkins on the fast break, and she will be fouled, not able to finish on the fast break. She'll go to the line for 2, clearly upset that she cannot get that three-point play. Hawkins trying to knock down 2 of 2 here. First time at the free throw line tonight. And she'll miss that first one.
We talked originally about how Chaparral needed to stop committing all these fouls, and the whole first half, neither team went into the bonus, which was something Chaparral really needed to improve on, and they did.
Hawkins knocks down the second one, and Ponderosa will call a timeout.
We're going to take a quick break. Thank you for watching this presentation of Chaparral High School Sports on the Chaparral Broadcasting Network.
Climb higher with Chaparral DECA. Gain practical skills for the real world while making a difference in your community. Join today by enrolling in a marketing class. Chaparral DECA. Join us now for some seriously fun business.
What makes Cold Stone Creamery the ultimate ice cream experience? Our crew members handcraft our ice cream in small batches, one flavor at a time, prepared just for you. For a limited time only, try our fudge truffle ice cream at Cold Stone Creamery, the ultimate ice cream experience.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. I'd like to remind you that tonight's game is brought to you in part by Fika Coffee House, located in the heart of downtown Parker. Always has great coffee and great times. Stop by today.
And we're back here. Chaparral up 7 with 6:12 to go in the third quarter. I'm joined here with Kyle Potts and Reagan Smith. And Ryan Crothers is doing a great job on the camera for us tonight. And Chaparral trying to blow out this Ponderosa team. And the pass will be picked off by Chaparral. And here comes Cavarini leading her team in this third quarter. Cavarini picks up her dribble, is stuck before finding, this ball is going to be batted around a little bit in the paint. Best trying to control it. Hawkins debating going inside, swings it back out to Cavarini. Cavarini out to Nelson. Nelson into Bess, and there will be a foul called on Bess there. Just a little bit too much body in the paint.
Yeah, you know, Grayson, you can see it a lot of times. They're playing some great defense on the defensive side, but Chaparral, they have to start finishing on the offensive end if they want to build up a bigger lead. They've been getting lucky with some Ponderosa missed shots, but they're going to have to execute if they want to keep the lead.
I couldn't agree more.
You know, the one thing that is pretty amazing is we're not winning by much considering, but that's kind of shocking because of how many second chance opportunities like the one just there, but we just can't convert on those second chance opportunities at all.
And a common theme tonight, Chaparral having trouble in the paint. You know, they're really just going straight up, which is a good thing if you're trying to draw fouls, but, you know, they're really not looking too much at that basket. They're not trying to finish, you know. They're trying to draw fouls, draw contact, and it's not working out for them so far. And Cavarini to inbound. She's going to find Bess. Bess swings to Moore. Moore to Nelson. Nelson trying to drive and runs into two Ponderosa defenders. They're running on the fast break. Here comes Ellis trying to finish. Goes up with a Euro step, but Emily Moore will give her the body, and Chaparral comes up with a huge stop there.
Good defense by Chaparral, and that's what you want to see for Coach Spates.
And here comes Cavarini to Bess, into Hawkins. Hawkins will go to the line for two.
You know, more fouls we've seen this half as compared to the last half, and it's really interesting. However, Chaparral is committed 5 fouls in total this game. We kept saying, watch those fouls, watch the fouls. And Chaparral's finally doing that, and it's refreshing to see from our standpoint.
Right, and you can't stress the importance of not fouling because you don't want to have to use your bench too much. I mean, of course, you want to have depth in your bench, but you don't need to be forced to use those bench players.
What's surprising about the Chaparral team is they haven't gone back to the three ball. We saw early Rachel Nelson and Aaron Nelson were both getting hot, and that's how they built their lead. But right now, having some struggles, making some shots inside.
Right, Rachel Nelson, 3 threes tonight, 9 points for Chaparral, and so she's been huge. I'd like to see her get that perimeter game working again.
Yeah, Rachel Nelson started off on fire, made her first 2 3-point attempts, but since then it's dropped off, and that's not to say that she's had a cold night, but I think that's probably why Chaparral strayed away from the three-pointer, is because it started to not work later on. But I think if they start shooting again, those shots are going to start falling once again.
You know, 50% of your shooting is all about confidence. So give her some shots, build her confidence, and you'll start seeing a lot more falling.
And Grand Prix goes 0 for 2 at the free throw line. Hannah Johnson working point guard. Up top to Bess. A big woman out on the perimeter, and Hannah Johnson looks to drive, goes up with the left hand, and she will be fouled hard. Going to the line for 2. Hannah Johnson trying to find her first points of the game. And excuse me, they're not going to call a shooting foul on this. They're going to call it on the floor, and Chaparral will take the ball. Bess receives the inbound. Cavarini out to Hawkins, who shoots a 3 and knocks it down. 27 points for Chaparral to Ponderosa's 15, and here comes the three-point game. And a Hail Mary pass is picked off by Bess. Hannah Johnson running the floor is going to slow it down, and she finds Cavarini. Cavarini drives with the right hand, gets it to go. 29-15, and Chaparral takes a 14-point lead, and Ponderosa really starting to struggle, but Hannah Johnson fouls. Excuse me, no, there will be a timeout called before the foul. Lucky there, because Hannah Johnson did give too much body on that defense.
And we're going to take a quick break for words from our sponsors.
Climb higher with Chaparral DECA. Gain practical skills for the real world while making a difference in your community. Join today by enrolling in a marketing class. Chaparral DECA. Join us now for some seriously fun business.
What makes Cold Stone Creamery the ultimate ice cream experience? Our crew members handcraft our ice cream in small batches, one flavor at a time, prepared just for you. For a limited time only, try our fudge truffle ice cream at Cold Stone Creamery, the ultimate ice cream experience.
And we are back. I'd like to take this time to remind you that this game is sponsored in part by Fika Coffee House. Come by for some really great coffee, and it's located right in the heart of downtown Parker. Good times lie ahead at Fika.
All right, and Chaparral, with 3:44 to go in this third quarter, has come out strong in the second half, has a 14-point lead, and Ponderosa is going to try to respond. Struggling to get the offense moving. One woman dribbling the ball most of the time, and Bess bats that pass, and a loose ball will go before Chaparral will take possession. Ponderosa frustrated and all over the place.
Yeah, once the three-pointers again, especially from the three-pointer from Hannah Johnson, once that went in, we saw something change in the Ponderosa offense and defense. It's like they're getting desperate, and because they're getting desperate, they're getting sloppy.
Definitely, and Bess playing a high center position, and Hannah Johnson goes in and gets her shot blocked. Hannah Johnson still trying to find her first basket of the game, but still running that point guard position effectively. And Bess playing that high 5 role. And Bess inside, goes up with the right hand, can't get that one to go, gets her own rebound, goes back up, and there will be a foul called. Bess going to the line for 2, and she was just dominant in the paint there.
Margot Bess is not someone we've really called her name upon too much, but again, though, when the time comes, she's getting work done, and that's definitely something great for the Chaparral team, who's really turning it on at the right time with their last 3 straight victories.
You don't see her name get called a lot too often. That's because she's doing all the dirty work that's been done in the paint. So many rebounds offensively and defensively, really the key part to this offense usually.
Absolutely, and here comes Ellis at the point guard position to Dupree, who breaks that Chaparral 2-man trap, and Ponderosa shoots a jumper off the mark, and Bess with another rebound. And here comes Hannah Johnson, who will swing it to Rachel Nelson. Ball is bobbled, and Ponderosa will take it out of the corner, but a foul called there on Margot Bess. And we certainly don't want to see fouls become an issue in this second half.
No, but I mean, look at the Mustangs. We're not even into the fourth quarter, and they've committed 6 fouls. Chaparral's already in the 1-on-1. So any foul that's not offensive for Ponderosa will put Chaparral to the free throw line. And for a team that's down so much.
And Katie Smith gets the steal and a fast break score. More dominance from the Wolverines. Ellis loses control.
Not something you want to see for Pondo.
Ponderosa trying to beat this tight Chaparral team. And Grand Prix dishes it inside to an open man who is going to be blocked by Spates. A good pass, but just not able to get it by the Chaparral D. And another steal by Ponderosa is not going to work out for him. Spates is going to take control, and a jump ball is called. Ponderosa fortunate to have the jump ball in their direction this time. Ellis to inbound, and I'll tell you what, it really has been all Ellis tonight for Ponderosa. She's been dribbling and really had the ball in her hands 90% of the time when, you know, this Mustang team really isn't doing anything off the ball to get open. And Grand Prix looks for something and finds her teammate up at the top of the key and knocks down a jumper. 17 points for the Mustangs with 1:29 left to go in the third quarter. Hannah Johnson swings out, and the ball goes in to Spates. Spates caught, and Ponderosa will fight for that ball. Chaparral will get the jump ball call this time, and they will inbound from the baseline.
know, whatever Coach Spates said in the locker room for Chaparral seems to have worked about finishing the shot. Chaparral has left a lot less shots just opening for rebounds, and they've converted on more of their shots, which is great to see from Chaparral. Now we can say they're playing a complete team game.
And Erin Nelson knocks down her first three. Now we have the Nelson twin special threes from both sides. And now Ponderosa trying to respond back with a dagger of their own. And jumpers off the mark. Best gets the rebound. Best finds Johnson, and Johnson is going to run. She dishes down court to Erin Nelson, who is going to miss her three. And an over-the-back foul called on Spates. Ponderosa will inbound. Ellis trying to break the Chaparral press. Trying to get it across half court. And will be trapped before Shelby Hawkins steals the ball and goes up with the left hand and gets the foul. 21 seconds left to go in this third quarter, and she will go to the line for two.
And that will be Ponderosa's 7th team foul for them. And from here on out, whatever foul they commit, Chaparral is going to the free throw line. So Ponderosa is looking for hope. It's definitely not a ray of hope for them at all.
Right, and Shelby Hawkins knocks down her first one. Chaparral up 20 with 21 seconds left to go in the third quarter. And she will go 2 for 2 at the line. And Chaparral still pressing with a 20-point lead. The Mustangs trying to get a last shot off. 14 seconds left in, but that pass is tipped by Spates. Top of the key, the Mustangs. An open shot for Dupree. Off the mark. And Ellis shoots a three off the mark again. And Ponderosa cannot get anything on the scoreboard before the third quarter runs out.
We're going to take a quick break for words from our sponsors. We thank you for watching this presentation of Chaparral High School Sports on the Chaparral Broadcasting Network.
Climb higher with Chaparral DECA. With nearly 215,000 international members, we challenge you to be the leaders of tomorrow's business world. Learn practical skills for the real world while making a difference in your community. Travel the country, meet business professionals, and get a leg up on your college application. Join today by enrolling in a marketing class. Chap DECA. Join us now or work for us later.
At Cold Stone Creamery, we're passionate about ice cream, and we know you are too. That's why we're always making new flavors to satisfy your ice cream dreams, like our fudge truffle ice cream and new red hot strawberry ice cream. They're available in 2 creations. Our falling in chocolate creation with fudge truffle ice cream, brownie, fudge, and whipped topping, and our hot strawberry passion creation with red hot strawberry ice cream, strawberries, brownie, and whipped topping. They're available for a limited time only at Cold Stone Creamery, the ultimate ice cream experience.
We are back. We'd like to remind you that tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by Fika Coffee House, located in the heart of Parker, Colorado. Come in today for great coffee.
Ponderosa will start with the ball in this fourth quarter, down 21. And I don't know if there's much hope for them left. Grand Dupree is going to dish it to Ellis, trying to find a pass past Cavarini. Ellis swings back to Grand Dupree. Grand Dupree drives and dishes it inside. Up goes Ponderosa, but that shot is off the mark, and Cavarini will get another rebound tonight. Even though she is a point guard, she's been a beast on the boards. And Nelson goes up with a three off the mark. Spates gets her own gets the rebound. Moore goes back up, and Chaparral still not finishing in the paint, but Moore will draw a foul.
If you can't finish in the paint, then the best thing you can hope to do is draw a foul, and Emily Moore did just that. So when you look at the grand scheme of things, you take whatever you can get, and a foul is definitely good.
And if you're Ponderosa in that situation, do you stop fouling because they cannot finish inside? You know, they say make them work for it, but if they're not going to get it in the first place, you may as well just try and get the rebound, right?
I feel like if you're Ponderosa at this time, it's not necessarily a desperation time, but you're down by over 20. You're down by 22. So they need something to get them going, and I think aggressive play is really the only way to do this.
Definitely. And here comes Grand Dupree playing the point guard position, breaks that Chaparral press, trying to find something, goes up with the right hand, off the mark, cannot finish the easy layup. And here comes Cavarini, dishes it to Hawkins. Cavarini swings back to Moore. Moore drives inside, goes up, and is hacked, but no call, and Spates gets a little bit of contact too. No call, and Chaparral comes up with nothing. The Mustangs try to find something, maybe a cutter, but nothing there. Hawkins to inbound. Reagan Cavarini, one of our own CBN members. Proud to have her. But she is too busy playing basketball tonight at a very high level. Cavarini leading her team.
We haven't seen a lead like this from Chaparral in any of the games we've broadcasted. That is for sure. This could, if I'm not mistaken, this could even be their largest lead of the year. And when you have the largest lead, it's always great when you're playing against a rival team, especially one from within your own city.
Best goes up with that right hand, gets it to go. 42 points for Chaparral with 6 minutes left, and we'll see if they reach that 50-point mark. One thing that we see common from Chaparral. The Mustangs dish inside, and that shot will go. That will be Hunter Barker. And Reagan Cavarini. And Best goes up with the right-handed floater, can't get it to go. And the Mustangs will corral it. Grand Dupree goes up with the right hand and draws a blocking foul. Shelby Hawkins was set, but the ref did not think so.
See, I'm going to have to disagree with you on there. I looked like Hawkins leaned into it as the Ponderosa player came at her, and I think that's a good call from the referee.
Well, okay, and Grand Dupree will go to the line for two. Knocks down the first one, making this a 22-point deficit with 5:40 left. Let's see if she can add another, and she won't. Moore with a strong rebound. And here comes Cavarini.
Cavarini and Hannah Johnson tonight have been wrecking crews. And Rachel Nelson on the outside as well, getting those three-pointers to fall. Complete team effort from Chaparral.
Grand Dupree running the floor, goes up with the right hand, and another foul called. A blocking foul on Emily Moore. And, you know, the Chaparral team just unable to set their feet and draw these charges that they want. And you mentioned Hannah Johnson and Reagan Cavarini. They have been huge for the Chaparral team tonight in the sense that, you know, they haven't scored a lot tonight. You know, Hannah Johnson hasn't had any. Reagan Cavarini, I think, has 6 or 8, mostly in the paint off layups. You know, they haven't been huge factors on the scoreboard, but in playing the point guard position and running their team efficiently, they've been huge.
Play clock not started on our official time.
Cavarini to Hawkins. Cavarini dribbles to the top of the floor.
These teams will have about an extra 7 seconds left to play. Ponderosa, of course, taking all the time they can get to try to mount and come back.
Nelson looking to maybe add for a 5th 3 tonight. And excuse me, Shelby Hawkins goes up with the right hand aggressively, and that was just straight up power. And Ponderosa dishes it inside and through the hands of number 23, Hannah Valentine. And you got to catch that ball. And here comes Hannah Johnson trying to get on the scoreboard. Just trying to break this Grand Dupree pressure, and she's going to tip it back. But Johnson will have Spates call a timeout before she can get there. And Chaparral will take a timeout with 4:24 left to go in the fourth quarter.
And we'll take a quick break to give word for our sponsors.
Climb higher with Chaparral DECA. Gain practical skills for the real world while making a difference in your community. Join today by enrolling in a marketing class. Chaparral DECA. Join us now for some seriously fun business.
What makes Cold Stone Creamery the ultimate ice cream experience? Our crew members handcraft our ice cream in small batches, one flavor at a time, prepared just for you. For a limited time only, try our fudge truffle ice cream at Cold Stone Creamery, the ultimate ice cream experience.
I'll say he's coming.
And we are back here at Chaparral at Ponderosa High School. Well, I was doing so well until then. Ponderosa High School, I'd like to remind you that this game is sponsored in part by Fika Coffee House. Where do you find them? Well, you find them right in downtown Parker. So they have some great coffee, and is always a great place to stop in and socialize. Well, there's 4:24 left to play. Chaparral has a 24-point lead. Is there much bad you can take away from tonight's game, Kyle?
It's not a bad game. I mean, Chaparral's a good team. This is a very good team, actually. And I'm not bagging on the Pondo girls. They're a very effective team, but they're going up against one of the biggest contenders in the state. Both teams have played very well. Just Chaparral's pressure on the defensive side has helped them have the edge.
And if you're Chaparral, the only thing I can say is you just got to finish in the paint. But beyond that, they played a pretty complete game tonight.
I wouldn't be surprised now if Chaparral starts to let off the gas a little bit, because any more fouls will give Chaparral girls a trip to the bonus, or to the free throw line, shooting in the double bonus.
And Hannah Johnson makes her first free throw of the bonus, adding 1 to her total tonight, and there's 2. Hannah Johnson on the scoreboard along with the rest of her Wolverines. Playing a great game tonight is Johnson. And here comes the Mustangs. The Mustangs shoot a jumper. That was Grand Dupree off the mark, and a 3 from the Mustangs, and that will be knocked down by Hunter Barker there. And here comes the Wolverines trying to respond. Johnson goes in with that right hand off the mark. Best goes back up, can't get that one to go, and Ponderosa will get the rebound. Trying to run. Here comes Ellis, slowing it down. Finds Barker across court to Grand Dupree, and Ponderosa will shoot up a prayer. Not on that one. And Ellis goes back up with the right hand, gets that one to go. A beautiful drive, and here comes the Wolverines.
You know, that was Ponderosa's, not this past possession for Pondo, but that was their first three-pointer all game long.
Well, it doesn't surprise me. They only have 25 points collectively in this not in this fourth quarter, in this game, with 3:02 left to go in this fourth quarter. Chaparral up 21, and you know, maybe that's something they should have went to earlier, is a perimeter game. You know, if they can maybe get the 3 falling, this might be a closer game.
But even if they did, I don't know if they could have scored against Chaparral. Chaparral has played an incredible defense tonight.
Definitely, and Hawkins goes in with the right hand off the glass, gets it to go. 48 points for Chaparral, closing in on that 50-point mark. And Bess will intercept that pass. Hannah Johnson looking to run, slows it down, tipped pass, but Bess goes in with the right hand, draws contact, no call. Johnson picks that pass off, though, and says, no, Ponderosa, you cannot run on us. Cavarini goes up with the left hand, and she's going to the line.
I didn't realize we were watching a game of football tonight, because there have been so many turnovers from both teams, really just on the passing. It's not poor ball handling. It's just they can't find their man, and whenever they do, it's not their man. It's the other team's man.
Right. Well, it's been a frustrating night for the Mustangs. And here comes Cavarini trying to knock down some free throws. Off the mark on the first one.
Well, Chaparral's now in the double bonus, so any more fouls within this last 2:31 will send Chap to the line for shooting 2. And you're Ponderosa, that just knowing that could be that dagger in the heart if this game was not all over already.
Grand Prix dishes it out to Ellis, who could have shot if the ball was a little bit more controlled. Back to Grand Prix, trying to find something inside, and Ponderosa finds number 3, Hunter Barker, and gets that one to go. Finally found something in the paint, did Ponderosa. And Hannah Johnson's pass will be stolen and fouled by Johnson on the floor, literally. And Johnson will have a short conversation with her head coach, Tony Spates, before getting everything figured out.
That puts Pondo in the 1-on-1, so if there's any hope for them in this game remaining, that's at least one good thing.
Absolutely, and Grand Prix going to the line, trying to knock down a couple, and she will get the first one. 1:58 left to go in this fourth quarter. And another shot knocked down, 2 for 2 at the line. And Ponderosa will call a timeout.
And now we'll take this time to have a quick word from our sponsors.
Climb higher with Chaparral DECA. Gain practical skills for the real world while making a difference in your community. Join today by enrolling in a marketing class. Chaparral DECA. Join us now for some seriously fun business.
What makes Cold Stone Creamery the ultimate ice cream experience? Our crew members handcraft our ice cream in small batches, one flavor at a time, prepared just for you. For a limited time only, try our fudge truffle ice cream at Cold Stone Creamery, the ultimate ice cream experience.
And ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to welcome you back to your Ponderosa High School here in Parker, Colorado. Your Chaparral Wolverines leading by 20, 49-29, with 1:59 left to play.
Cavarini is looking for Hannah Johnson, who is double covered, but she will beat that and dishes it back to Cavarini, who's going to find Hawkins. Hawkins trying to slow the pace. Cavarini back out to Smith. Smith into Best. Best goes up with the right hand and gets it to go. 51 points for Chaparral, breaking that 50-point mark with 1:43 left to go. Ponderosa trying to have a little bit of fight left in them, and Johnson will draw a huge foul on that one, just getting too aggressive for that loose ball. Ponderosa going to the line in the bonus, and here comes Ellis. Ashley Ellis trying to knock down 2. She's been huge for Ponderosa, really all that they've had going tonight. And if it's a one-man team, you're going to have a tough night.
Yeah, if Pondo knew coming into this game that they had a tall order to fill, and could they do it in the end? No, but kudos to them for trying as hard as they could. They haven't given up.
Absolutely, and Grand Prix on the drive, goes up with the right hand, gets it to go. And you know, we talked to Ashley Ellis, Ponderosa with a steal. And Katie Smith trying to get a steal. Ellis goes up, can't get that to go, and Hawkins controls it. Finds Cavarini, who has a wide open court. Katie Smith is going to run the floor, try and finish with that right hand, and cannot get it to go. And it will be Ponderosa's ball. And as I was saying, we were talking to Ashley Ellis before the game, Ponderosa's captain, and we asked her what they did to prepare for Chaparral, and they said, we just worked as hard as we could, and we're going to try. We're going to try and win. Just not too much confidence going into this game.
No, but hey, they tried, and they're still trying. And that's the marquee of a team that's good, or that could be good, is that they're not giving up. Even though they know they're down and out, they're still not giving up. They're fighting back. And if you're a Ponderosa coach, Ponderosa fan, that never say die attitude is something that is incredible to have, as when push comes to shove, you can end up having a incredible comeback.
Sure. If you never give up hope, and lots of moral lessons to be learned in sports. So We'll see what Ponderosa can pick up from this loss. With 1:06 left to go in this fourth quarter, Chaparral has just got to close this out, not have too many ridiculous turnovers, and play strong, knock down some free throws, and they will go home victorious.
Of course, though, at the end of the end of this game, that is not the end of our broadcast. No, this is a doubleheader. May I remind you that doubleheader means boys varsity will be coming up next.
And a huge surprise here. We are going to get a fresh 5 from Chaparral off the bench, giving some players some playing time who maybe haven't had as much varsity experience. And Chaparral will pick up a loose ball and goes up with the left hand off the glass, no good. Chaparral fighting for the loose ball, and it will be a jump ball going towards Ponderosa.
Kyle, what did you see of tonight's game from Chaparral?
Well, looking at the Chaparral side, they're playing up against a defense that's been very aggressive. We saw them especially aggressive in that first half. Thought that would be the way that Pondo would win this game if they could have a chance, but Chaparral in the second half just started making their shots. I mean, they've been playing some really good defenses through this very tough lead in the Continental League. And one of the best here is Ponderosa, and they put up a pretty good fight up against them. It's just, we always look at it with the games, you gotta limit your fouls.
Yes, this will be Chaparral's 4th straight win. And for Ponderosa, the bad continues. This will be their 7th straight loss. We'll take a quick break here to get some words from our sponsors. Thank you for watching this presentation of Chaparral High School Sports on the Chaparral Broadcasting Network.
Climb higher with Chaparral DECA. Gain practical skills for the real world while making a difference in your community. Join today by enrolling in a marketing class. Chaparral DECA. Join us now for some seriously fun business.
What makes Cold Stone Creamery the ultimate ice cream experience? Our crew members handcraft our ice cream in small batches, one flavor at a time, prepared just for you. For a limited time only, try our fudge truffle ice cream at Cold Stone Creamery, the ultimate ice cream experience.
And ladies and gentlemen, we are back. I'd like to remind you that this game is brought to you in part by Fika Coffee House, located in the middle of downtown Parker. Stop there for some great coffee. Well, Chaparral will secure themselves a great victory against a good team. But it's even better. When you're beating Ponderosa.
Chaparral on the inbound finds a cutter who is going to drop the pass, going out of bounds, and Ponderosa will take possession. Ellis trying to find one of her teammates. Nobody's open, and that ball will be batted. Ellis not happy, understandably. And Ponderosa inbounds. And Chaparral will get a steal off the fast break, looking to finish, and the ball will just not be controlled. Out of bounds. Chaparral will keep the ball. Chaparral moving around the perimeter, trying to find something inside. Inside, goes back up and gets it to go. Add 2 to Chaparral's scoreboard, and the Mustangs are trying to finish strong, but can't even do it against this Chaparral's 5 bench players. Ellis goes up with the left-hander, can't get it to go, and that will be game. 34-55, Chaparral takes home the victory. A dominant game for the Wolverines.
Chaparral came, Chaparral saw, Chaparral conquered. And when you beat Ponderosa, that's step 1. Step 2, beat legend. And if they can do that, then there is no doubt in my mind that Chaparral can easily go on and go to the state championships.
Absolutely.
We are going to take a break in preparation for the boys' game. We'd like to thank you for watching this presentation of Chaparral High School Sports on the Chaparral Broadcasting Network, only on CHS TV. We'd also like to remind you that this game is brought to you in part by Fika's Coffee House. Stop by there for a great coffee and much, much more.
Climb higher with Chaparral DECA. With nearly 215,000 international members, we challenge you to be the leaders of tomorrow's business world. Learn practical skills for the real world while making a difference in your community. Travel the country, meet business professionals, and get a leg up on your college application. Join today by enrolling in a marketing class. Chap DECA. Join us now or work for us later.
At Cold Stone Creamery, we're passionate about ice cream, like our fudge truffle ice cream and new red hot strawberry ice cream. They're available in 2 creations, our falling and chocolate creation with fudge truffle ice cream, brownie, fudge, and whipped topping, and our hot strawberry passion creation with red hot strawberry ice cream, strawberries, brownie, and whipped topping at Cold Stone Creamery, the ultimate ice cream experience.
Welcome, everybody, to beautiful Ponderosa High School as we get set for more doubleheader action. Mustangs versus Wolverines, only on CBN. Hello, everybody. My name is Kyle Potts. I'm joined alongside by Grayson Sargent, and alongside me, Ryan Crawlers with Reagan Smith doing some of the camera work this first half. And Ryan, we have an interesting game, don't we?
Yeah, we do. Chaparral 6-11. That's not what we want to see, but Ponderosa 9-8. It's a winning record. Good for them. But Chaparral is going to come out, in my opinion, guns a-blazing. Rivalry game. I think they're going to put up a good fight against Pondo.
And this doubleheader action is presented to you by Fika Coffee, as well as DECA, and by Cold Stone of Parker. 5 seconds away from the buzzers, we're going to head to our national anthem. national anthem presented to you by Ponderosa student Isabel Ortiz. We're going to get into the starting lineups. And to start off the Wolverines, headlighting starters. Number 3, Blake Giles at the point guard position. Number 10, Nick Williams at the shooting guard position. Dominic Coleman comes in at the small forward position. Brian Matthews takes the big 4 spot and manning it up in the middle. Ronnie DeGray III, Matthews and DeGray, both freshmen in their first year at Chaparral playing varsity basketball. On the other side, for Ponderosa, we have Logan Etherton with Derek Hansen filling up the 2 spot. Peyton Ingalls at the 3. Kobe Gray will man the power forward position, and finishing it up in the center spot, manning the paint, Matt Brady. And Derek Hansen, shooting guard from Ponderosa, has suffered a grueling knee injury. You can see he has to wear that brace on his right knee. How's that going to affect this team tonight, Ryan?
Well, he's a big factor for this Ponderosa team, and he's crucial to their offense, really good to their defense, and with that knee, he's going to be preventing a lot of that. And if you're Chaparral, you take advantage of that. So it's definitely a weakness for Ponderosa tonight.
Definitely just a great shooter, but this season has struggled due to that ACL tear he had last season. Just 37% on the field tonight. And now looking back over the Chaparral side of the court, 2 young freshmen starting, and then 1 filling up the 6-man spot with Joseph Dalton. How's that going to be a factor tonight?
Well, freshman starters, at the beginning of the season, you're like, I don't know about this, but boy, have they really stepped up their game, and they've proved why they start varsity, and they have some huge potential along with talent, and that's going to be key to this game.
Steve Aiken will also be missing some of this game. He's missed a lot of games this season due to a nagging knee injury that's cost him a lot of big games. Fortunately, he will be playing tonight, but his time will be limited. Chaparral is also dealing with some injuries, as Spencer Sheeman, the senior, who was a big factor to their offense last season for the varsity squad, has been out and may not be able to play until the last game of the season, and maybe not even then. Huge factor, but has been out for the majority of the season and may continue to do so.
Yeah, he was a huge part of that team last year, that wonderful team that we had last year, and it's really unfortunate for him that he can't play this year.
Chaparral wearing their blue and red jerseys, while Pondo wearing their white and gold as they are the home team. "20 minutes after the hour, and we're going to see 2 big contenders in the Continental League try to fight to keep their position and playoff hopes alive. Chaparral 3-1 in league play. Pondo struggling at 1-3. Brady and Matthews square off to tip. This one goes to Chaparral, and we're off. 8 minutes to play to start the quarter. Giles drives right side. Dalton almost forcing a turnover, but Gray's going to take it away. Now Gray on the offensive. Dash down. Brady with an easy layup. Ponderosa gets on the board first. Now Dalton on left wing to respond. This one's going to go to DeGray. DeGray drives left side. This one almost taken away. Gives it back out to Matthews. Matthews drive in right side. Layup is good. And Brian Matthews. Dominic Coleman, a big senior and a huge contributor to this offense.
Great drive there. Used all of his strength to get that bucket.
Now Ponderosa has possession. Gray, top of the key. Dishing it back out. Ponderosa looking for something. Gray's going to have the ball again. It's to Brady. Brady to Etherton. Now this one is battered out and taken away. Taken away by senior Dominic Coleman. Now Joseph Dalton driving this one. 3 ball is off the mark from Dominic Coleman. And last touched by Chaparral, so Ponderosa takes possession. Now Etherton will take up the ball. Mustangs and Wolverines tied at 2 in this rivalry matchup. Etherton gets a screen from Brady, drives left side. Layup is no good. A lot of defensive pressure on that shot. Drive Williams. No charge for Gray. This ball's loose. No foul called as this ball goes out of bounds.
One of the problems with this Chaparral offense is that they're very, very selfish. And sometimes it works, like on that Dominic Coleman layup, but then there's other situations like right there with Nick Williams. Selfish.
And they have had a good season shooting the ball just at 50%, but their assist ratings have been below 7, around 6 for the entire season per game. Now Coleman can't hold on to it. So a steal from Matt Brady. And Logan Etherton gives it to Hanson. Ponderosa on the offensive. 5:50 left. Easy put in right there for Kobe Gray. Kobe gets his first basket of the game. Now Chaparral down by 2. So Dalton gives it out to Nick Williams. And this one's off of the hands of Gray, but Dalton able to retain possession. Giles getting pressure from Etherton. This Pondo man-to-man defense not giving him a lot of opportunities. Nice pass inside, and Gray's open for a layup.
Beautiful pass right there by Nick Williams.
And Ronnie DeGray was almost left wide open.
Fooled the whole defense.
Now Etherton getting some pressure. No foul called. Coleman trying to get the steal, but the ball goes out of bounds before he could toss it back in.
Coleman's starting off this game like he's going to have a huge impact for Chaparral.
And it's not only offensively, he's doing really well on the defensive side as well.
Yeah, he got that really nice defensive rebound earlier.
As well as 2 steals to cap off the first quarter. Now on the drive, Etherton, left-handed layup is good. Logan Etherton gets his first bucket of the game. Coleman looking on the outside at Giles, floater, no good, but a travel called anyways as he moved a little too fast with his feet. Now the ball in the opposite direction. Steve Akins will come in for Matt Brady. He's had a very nagging knee injury, and his playtime may be limited. So Gray drives one-on-one. That ball was tipped a little bit, so it's no good, and now Chaparral takes back the ball. With Giles on the offensive, guarded by Etherton. A little push off, it's going to be offensive. Coleman, too much contact.
He's got to be mad at himself for that. That was a really pretty shot, but foul got him there.
Pushed off too hard. And coach is shaking his head at that one. Coach Truesdale, his first year here at Chaparral, posting up a 6-11 record, having to take over for the retired Rob Johnson. who had a very impressive last season and a career here at Chaparral. So Hansen fires. Hansen, good for 3. Derek Hansen puts Pondo up 5. Less than 3.5 to go. Dalton in some trouble. Now more pressure. And Hernandez getting so much pressure. Truesdale needs a timeout. We're going to go to a...
Climb higher with Chaparral DECA. With nearly 215,000 international members, we challenge you to be the leaders of tomorrow's business world. Learn practical skills for the real world while making a difference in your community. Travel the country, meet business professionals, and get a leg up on your college application. Join today by enrolling in a marketing class. Chap DECA. Join us now or work for us later.
Ice cream, yogurt, or sorbet. If you love it, we have it at Cold Stone Creamery. There's a treat for every taste, like our new rich and creamy red velvet cheesecake ice cream, our tangy tart cherry yogurt, and our bubbly pink champagne sorbet. Try one today in a creation, and be sure to add your favorite mix-ins. New ice cream, yogurt, and sorbet flavors made fresh in every store. Available for a limited time only at Cold Stone Creamery, the ultimate ice cream experience.
Now we're back to the action. Ponderosa leading 9-4 over Chaparral. 3:12 left to play here in the first quarter. Chaparral has the ball inbounded to Gray. Jump shot, good! Right from the free throw line, right to Gray. DeGray the third. Gets a nice elbow shot. Now it's a 3-point ball game. Eric Hansen, wearing that left knee brace, takes up the ball. Guarded by Dominic Coleman.
I just saw Aiken get subbed off, and he was jogging off the court, limping and holding his knee.
Ponderosa basket is good, but hopefully Aiken will be back onto the floor. Huge contributor to this Ponderosa offense. Chaparral. The ball, double team for Coleman. Now Peralta on the top, lost the ball, retains it, pass inside, Williams, pump fake, no good, rebound and put back.
Wow, that was really, really, really pretty by Caleb Hernandez. He looked like he lost the ball, then just got it back and made a great pass to Nick Williams.
And Nick Williams missed that first shot, and a great offensive effort to get that ball back and put it in.
Yeah, he seemed like he was in the air for a couple seconds there. He must have known he was going to miss that. Jumped up instantly and got that. That was really pretty.
Bryce Matthews will come into the game, and Derek Hansen for Ponderosa comes out for Mikey Thomas, an all-star quarterback that has been also suffering a nagging knee injury. His pass inside to Gray, can't get it to go. Now Bryce Matthews takes it up, double teamed in the corner. Pressure, still gets it off to Coleman. 3-on-2, Coleman drive and good as he was double teamed right in the paint.
See, as we were talking about earlier about selfish play, yeah, he made the bucket, but he had two wide open forwards to his right.
And now this shot blocked away. Now Chaparral has the ball. Coleman a huge block. Gives Wolverines back the ball. Inside pass, Matthews working on Brady. This is back to Chaparral. 3, Coleman. Coleman no good. Rebound to Bryce Matthews. Coleman drives again, foul, and the shot is no good. It's going to be on the ground as a blocking foul. And Coleman went up against trying to split 2 defenders, and not a popular shot.
No, I mean, he's talented. He can make that shot as we saw earlier on their last possession, but I would like to see him pass it instead.
And trying to get that alley-oop to Nick Williams off the back iron. Now Pondo has the ball. And a steal right there for Chaparral. Hernandez driving in, and this one's blocked away by Brady. and out of bounds before Nick Healy can get it back in.
That was some fancy handling skills there by Caleb Hernandez.
Inside post move for Williams. It's going to be called a blocking foul. The shot won't count. Chaparral sets up again. Inside, Bryce Matthews. Right-handed hook is good. And Chaparral takes their first lead of the game.
Honestly, nothing the defender can do about that. Great pressure.
This ball's tipped up. Hernandez drive in. No foul but the basket. Caleb Hernandez has been all over the floor tonight.
Oh my goodness, what a steal by Caleb Hernandez.
And now Pondo in a little trouble. Now has the advantage. Layup no good. Rebound Chaparral. Now pushing up again. Joseph Dalton. Inside, Bryce Matthews. Nothing. Coleman wide open. Off the back iron. Rebound to Nick Healy. This was stolen by Coleman. And Coleman, we're going to see the call. He might have been called out of bounds.
Coleman, is he 0 for 3 on the 3 today? He has a couple steals and good shots, but he needs to make a couple threes.
And they usually rely on him for that outside shooting presence. Now Stevie Mott in. Chaparral runs the picket fence. Gives Dominic Coleman the ball. Up top. Now guarded by Gadati. So Coleman trying to drive something on the inside. This ball is way out of bounds. Nobody there to corral that pass. And time expires in the first quarter. 14-11. The Chaparral leads by 3. We're going to take a quick commercial break. And the Chaparral Broadcasting Network will be back with more action.
Climb higher with Chaparral DECA. With nearly 215,000 international members, we challenge you to be the leaders of tomorrow's business world. Learn practical skills for the real world while making a difference in your community. Travel the country, meet business professionals, and get a leg up on your college application. Join today by enrolling in a marketing class. Chap DECA. Join us now or work for us later.
Welcome back, everybody, to Ponderosa High School. Chaparral currently leads by 3 points to start the second quarter. This game is brought to you by Fika Coffee. Be sure to head down to Main Street and get some seriously delicious coffee. This game is also brought to you by DECA and by Cold Stone of Parker. Now Chaparral giving more pressure to the Chaparral offense as they inbound the ball. Now on the drive, Matt Brady. Power dribble, layup is good.
I like seeing Nick Williams on that pass there. Try his hardest to steal it, but if you're going to do that, you get yourself out of position, you have to get the ball.
And now Pondo gets a steal. Kobe Gray with his second steal of the game. Drive inside, left-hander, no good. It was tipped away by Bryce Matthews. Now Joseph Dalton to slow it up. In the 1-3-1 trap. Pondo defending, giving a lot of pressure. Coleman. That's Nick Williams on the other side. Williams good on the 2. No, excuse me, that was a 3-point bucket by number 10, Nick Williams.
Great fake, broke the defender's ankles and drained the 3 right in his face.
The continuous pressure on the Chaparral side. Etherton trying something, falls to the ground, and that's going to draw a foul. Chaparral claiming that he was acting a little bit.
Yeah, the entire student section and all the coaches really did not like that one, and Truesdale's actually was just arguing with the head official there.
Ponderosa 65% on the season for free throw shots. Etherton, the line, 1 for 2. This one sails out of bounds. Last tipped by Matt Brady. So now Joseph Dalton getting more pressure on this trap. Coleman to Martin. Martin the 3. No good. That one is no good, and rebound by Joseph Dalton.
Oh my goodness. Joseph Dalton was behind the arc when Walker shot that. What a
This
rebound.
one's rejected by Dominic Coleman.
Wow.
Big swat right there from Coleman.
He put a little something into that swat.
Emphasized the swing of that one too.
Yeah.
Could tell he was waiting for something like that. Now Hansen, long 3. Hansen, good on a second triple. Drains another from downtown. A 2-point game. 19-17, inside. Matthews fouled on the ground. A terrific pass, and Bryce Matthews almost had an easy layup. Hernandez comes into the game. And we have a 30-second timeout. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with more second quarter action.
Climb higher with Chaparral Deca. With nearly 215,000 international members, we challenge you to be the leaders of tomorrow's business world. Learn practical skills for the real world while making a difference in your community. Travel the country, meet business professionals, and get a leg up on your college application. Join today by enrolling in a marketing class. Chap Deca. Join us now or work for us later.
Welcome back, everybody, to continuous doubleheader action here on CBN. This game is brought to you by Fika Coffee. Come down to the heart of Parker, Colorado, and try some delicious coffee from Parker's most famous coffee house. Now Chaparral inbound to Ryan DeGray. Finds Matthews, post up, fake, and that one's blocked. But Martin corrals the rebound. Fake, and now Caleb Hernandez has it. This one taken away by Kobe. Kobe Gray, left-hander, no good. Wants a foul, not gonna get one. Now DeGray, cutting back inside. Lost the ball, and this one still stays with Chaparral. A lot of defensive pressure on both sides. Floater, good. Dominic Coleman.
Really pretty floater there. He was in the air for 2 seconds, just plop, right on in.
And now off the press. Layup no good. Referee's calling a physical game tonight. Coleman sets up. So now Martin on that left side. Looking, gonna find a Gray on the drive. This one no good, and now Ponderosa gets the ball back. Hansen got that ball up. This one taken away. Taken away by Ryan DeGray. And now Gray wants his third steal. Layup, good by Bryce Matthews.
What a play by Bryce Matthews there.
Hayden Ingalls almost got a charge foul called on him, but great avoidance 23-17, 4:12 left to play in the second quarter. What do you have to say about these defenses so far?
Well, both defenses are playing a really good game. I would like to see, I see some weaknesses in the Ponderosa defense. I would like to see Shap take advantage. They pass the ball around and across court. They'll find a wide open three or a wide open man in the paint. They could take advantage of that. And same with Ponderosa. They could drive the lane and get an easy layup right there.
In the last 3 games that Chaparral has won, they have led going into halftime. They currently hold a 6-point lead over Ponderosa. In the last 3 games, Pondo is 1-2 after trailing at halftime. Ponderosa's already lost 3 straight games, with one of them being to rival Legend High School. And now a win for Ponderosa would definitely sink them in the Continental rankings, and a win for Chaparral would propel them into a greater chance of getting a playoff spot. Chaparral can only lose 1 game if they want to make the playoffs this year. And this is a steal by Shap. Martin can't get the pass. Stevie Mott put it a little off target. Almost. And a wide open layup for Martin. Now Etherton. Is it to Hansen? It's more pressure on the full court. And Tristan Sullivan is it back to Etherton. Now 3, Hansen gets a third 3-pointer to fall for the night. 9 points behind the arc for junior Derek Hansen.
That knee has not affected his 3-ball game tonight.
And now we have some offensive contact. Stevie Mott, a push-off, and that's the second push-off foul we've had for the Wolverines.
You know, it's weird that they just called a push-off again right there, because on their last possession for Ponderosa, they had a big push-off, the ball carrier, and no call, but
a very physical game. Hansen wants a 4th 3, no good, but he gets his own rebound, tries again. That one's off the mark. 3 for 5 on the night. Another Pondo rebound. This one's inside to Brady. No travel call. Skip pass. Drive inside. No foul called once again. A very physical game here in Ponderosa.
I guess that's justice for the Ponderosa player that jumped, landed, and no call for the travel.
And Matt Brady, an obvious travel, but we did see a pretty big foul by Bryce Matthews.
Yeah, that big push.
And now Stevie Matt looks inside. This one's tipped away, and Brady gets the ball to fall into his hands. Now Hansen dishes to Brady. 3-point game, almost 2.5 to go. Hansen looking for something. Ponderosa hasn't looked too often into the post lately. Drive, baseline, jumper's good. Credit this one to Peyton Ingalls. Wide open, great spin move, contact but no foul.
His wrist looked like it got grabbed and pushed back, but like you said earlier, Kyle, they've been it's been a really physical game that they're just letting.
And now Ponderosa has made it a 1-point game. It's a try something, no good, rebound. Both teams on the ground fighting for it, but Chaparral comes up with it. So Mott, dish out to Coleman, 3-on-2. Matthews, too short on the basket. And Matthews is not getting the calls he's looking for.
You got to make that, especially when it's such a tight game like this. Got to make that shot.
Big group substitution for Ponderosa. Now Stevie Mott back inside. Good position for Matthews. He lays it in. Great post move on the right block. And now this ball is lost. Kobe couldn't get a hold of it. Pass was definitely low. Hard to control. You would still like him to make that catch, but both to blame on that pass.
Yeah, it was low, like you said, and should make it, but the pass should be better.
This one, fighting for it. Thomas gets a takeaway. Grace, post move. And finally, there's a foul called.
From my view, it looked like he got all ball, but my view isn't as good as the ref, so.
An arguable call. We've seen a lot more plays with even more contact that have been let go. A combined total of 8 fouls. Both teams getting 4 here in the first half. So Kobe makes it a 1-point ball game. Less than 60 seconds. Blake Giles is back in for the Wolverines. Lamont giving some pressure. Looking for someone. Sit to Williams. Now Bryce Matthews gets some contact. This one's blocked away. Stuffed at the left block. .20 seconds now remaining. Gadati, pass inside. Right-hander, no good. 15 seconds. Mott with some pressure. Pass inside Williams. Williams with the slam. Nick Williams.
Oh my goodness.
Jams it down hard with 3 seconds. No good on the buzzer beater.
Oh.
Nick Williams finishes the half with a bang. At the half, Chaparral 27, Ponderosa 24. We'll be back with a quick halftime report after a quick break from our local sponsors.
Climb higher with Chaparral DECA. Gain practical skills for the real world while making a difference in your community. Join today by enrolling in a marketing class. Chaparral DECA. Join us now for some seriously fun business.
What makes Cold Stone Creamery the ultimate ice cream experience? Our crew members handcraft our ice cream in small batches, one flavor at a time, prepared just for you. For a limited time only, try our fudge truffle ice cream at Cold Stone Creamery, the ultimate ice cream experience.
Climb higher with Chaparral Deca. With nearly 215,000 international members, we challenge you to be the leaders of tomorrow's business world. Learn practical skills for the real world while making a difference in your community. Travel the country, meet business professionals, and get a leg up on your college application. Join today by enrolling in a marketing class. Chap Deca. Join us now or work for us later.
Ice cream, yogurt, or sorbet. If you love it, we have it at Cold Stone Creamery. There's a treat for every taste, like our new rich and creamy red velvet cheesecake ice cream, our tangy tart cherry yogurt, and our bubbly pink champagne sorbet. Try one today in a creation, and be sure to add your favorite mix-ins. New ice cream, yogurt, and sorbet flavors made fresh in every store. Available for a limited time only at Cold Stone Creamery, the ultimate ice cream experience.
Climb higher with Chaparral Deca. With nearly 215,000 international members, we challenge you to be the leaders of tomorrow's business world. Learn practical skills for the real world while making a difference in your community. Travel the country, meet business professionals, and get a leg up on your college application. Join today by enrolling in a marketing class. Chap Deca. Join us now or work for us later.
Ice cream, yogurt, or sorbet. If you love it, we have it at Cold Stone Creamery. There's a treat for every taste, like our new rich and creamy red velvet cheesecake ice cream, our tangy tart cherry yogurt, and our bubbly pink champagne sorbet. Try one today in a creation, and be sure to add your favorite mix-ins. New ice cream, yogurt, and sorbet flavors made fresh in every store. Available for a limited time only at Cold Stone Creamery, the ultimate ice cream experience.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Ponderosa High School. More doubleheader action coming your way. Chaparral currently leads 27-24, a three-point lead coming into the third quarter. And as we've seen in the last three games, a lead at halftime means a win for Chap. Ponderosa trying to respond back to this aggressive defensive attack that Chaparral has been putting up. Over 10 combined steals by both teams. How's it played out today, Ryan?
Well, both of these teams came out with passion and obviously understanding the rivalry, and I think that's why Chaparral has the lead at half, is because they want this so bad, and knowing that they could only lose one more game to still be in the playoffs, this is a must win, because you got Legend, Regis, and Rock Canyon coming up.
And Dominic Coleman just knocked down his first three-point shot of the night. Finally gets going, 25% behind the arc tonight. And so now Derek Hansen takes up the ball, picks up his dribble. Pressure. Hansen needs to get it off. Now to Matt Brady. More pressure from Blake Giles. Three-point shot by Derek Hansen. No good. He's 50% from tonight. So now this passes, tries to get it to Dalton. That one sailed too far into the stands. Dominic Coleman couldn't get it on the mark. Pondo down 6. Now jump shot Etherton, off the back iron, rebound by Kobe. This one, Hansen no good. He's missed his last 4. And this one, turnover, as this ball just slipped out of the hands of Nick Williams. Now Giles, slowing down Etherton, gives it inside to Kobe. Now open shot by Ingalls, no good. And Nick Williams gets it back for Chap. Ponderosa going back to that 1-3-1 defensive attack. So almost taken away, Nick Williams. So now it's back, Coleman, offensive rebound, and a foul.
Coleman had Joseph Dalton wide open beyond the arc when he went into the lane and got triple teamed. Like we were talking about, like we were talking about in the first half, he's got to pass that and be a little less selfish.
Missed a couple wide open shooters, especially Dalton. First free throw is good, and Dominic Coleman, an 80% free throw shooter at the line this season. Chance to make this an 8-point game. Coleman, good. And now another full court press for Chap. Hansen having some trouble getting it over. Jimmy Hansen now has the ball. Drive right side. Baseline open. Brady, layup is good. Hansen to Brady. And 2 points for Pondo. Now Giles on a floater. Blake Giles responds back.
Mustangs could use a spark here. I think that Nick Williams' dunk has carried on to this second half for Chaparral.
Seems like every basket has been responded to by Chaparral. Gray on the drive, Brady baseline. And foul will be on the ground. Looks like he called the Gray for a block. A very physical game, not a lot of fouls being called. Now inside, Brady off the mark. Looks like he had a wide open layup. Gray with the steal, and Gray off the mark on that one. Kobe had an open shot and a missed opportunity. And now, beautiful pass. He gives it to DeGray. This pass tipped up, but Coleman retains. Coleman pressured up at half court. It's a pick out left side to Giles. Giles inside to Williams. Splits the defenders. Right-hander, underhand layup is good. Double-digit ball game. The first 10-point lead for Chaparral.
Pretty passing on that possession for Chap.
Ponderosa needs a spark. Now Hansen tries, is rejected. Rejected by number 2, Dominic Coleman.
Oh my goodness. Dominic Coleman is having a night.
He's having fun with those blocks too.
Yeah, that one in the first half where he could have knocked that to the front doors of the school.
Now Hansen obviously frustrated about that last play. Loses the ball and gives some contact to Dominic Coleman. So Bryce Matthews comes into the game, but Ponderosa needs a desperate timeout for Coach Ketchum. We're going to take a quick
Climb high.
back with you some more doubleheader action.
Climb higher with Chaparral DECA. Gain practical skills for the real world while making a difference in your community. Join today by enrolling in a marketing class. Chaparral DECA. Join us now for some seriously fun business.
What makes Cold Stone Creamery the ultimate ice cream experience? Our crew members handcraft our ice cream in small batches, one flavor at a time, prepared just for you. For a limited time only, try our fudge truffle ice cream at Cold Stone Creamery, the ultimate ice cream experience.
Welcome back, everybody, to Ponderosa High School. More doubleheader action on CBN coming your way. This stream is brought to you by Fika Coffee. Located in the heart of Parker, Colorado. Come by and give Parker's favorite coffee house a try. This game is also presented to you by DECA, by Cold Stone of Parker, and by the 2016 Chaparral Wish Week. So after the foul from Derek Hansen, Dominic Coleman now inbounds it to Nick Williams. Williams pressured by Kobe, breaks off of it. Open man, but it's off the knees of Bryce Matthews.
Great opportunity there. I think the pass was a little too hard and a little too low.
Saw it went right off of his knees. Hard to get that one. Hansen getting some contact, lost the ball. Joseph Dalton retains. So Matthews on the baseline drive. Layup as good as he matched up with Kobe Gray. No backboard as he switches that one in. Now 3-on-2. So Gray is it back up top. Screen, drive left side. Not much for Etherton. Is it back up to Gadati. Now Hansen. Looking for anything. Jump down to Sullivan. Pump fake, layup, no good. Rebound back to Tristan Sullivan. Hansen backs up. 3 minutes left here in the third quarter. 12-point game. Baseline drive. Gray, layup, tipped away by Bryce Matthews. Rebound to Matthews, and now Chaparral has the ball. Matthews on the top. 3, Williams, short. Now Ponderosa, the ball. Gadati to Gray, to Hansen. Long 3-point attempt, no good. He's missed his last 5 3-point attempts. And that one coming from 5 feet behind the arch.
One of the promising things and the best thing Chaparral has done tonight is that rebounding, they're unstoppable. Balls in the air, seems like every single time Chaparral's going to get it.
And Chaparral looking hot right now. 8 unanswered points. And we have a charge. Caleb Hernandez, right place, right time. Draws just enough contact to give Tristan Sullivan his first foul. (40-26). Both great turnouts for the fans tonight in this huge rivalry matchup. Pressure by Hernandez. Thomas giving him some troubles. We'll see the call. It might be offensive. And the officiates will call an offensive foul.
This game's slipping away from Ponderosa. 14-point game, and this was the game last year where Chaparral was better. Obviously, Pondo was too, but that was a triple overtime game in a sensational win for Chap.
Now we see Kobe trying on that one. 3-on-2 fast break for Chaparral. Backs out of it though. Just swinging it around. Coleman, tough shot, no good. Not a great attempt. And missed that one pretty bad off the iron. Now a 3 Ingles. Off the back iron, no good.
Coleman has had a really, really strong performance tonight, but just selfish play. A lot of the times, I mean, he drives the lane, gets triple teamed, and doesn't pass when he has a wide open man on the arc. And then right there, a contested shot, not the best shot attempt, but that doesn't take away of how good he still has played in this game.
And Ponderosa hasn't made a 3-point shot in the last 8 minutes of contest.
That you can't win if you don't score a single shot in 8 minutes.
At halftime, it was a 3-point game with Chaparral leading, which has turned in to a 40-26 deficit. Ponderosa only has scored 2 points in the second half compared to Chaparral's 13.
I mean, what a third quarter for Chap. Their offense has virtually looked unstoppable. I mean, it's insane. Everything's working for them. They're making most of their shots. And then on the defensive side, Ponderosa can't make anything. And it's all based off of Chaparral's pressure. And Ponderosa's getting frustrated. So are their fans.
And this defense, early in the season, tended to struggle a lot, especially against teams with pretty good offenses. Tonight, they've shut down one of the best offenses in the Continental League.
And that's something you got to be proud of if you're Chaparral.
So Coleman's got to get some pressure. And Coleman, skip pass over. 3-ball Hernandez. Off the front iron, no good. Rebounded Dominic Coleman. Coleman drives. Another tough shot, short on that one. And this one picked up by Nick Williams. Now another swing pass. And a foul called on Ponderosa.
One of the key factors to especially this third quarter, but most of the game, is that Chaparral doesn't seem to lose the rebounds. I mean, I said it earlier, ball's in the air. Chaparral's gonna get it. Ponderosa can't get a rebound.
We have a 3 seconds violation on Chaparral. This one's gonna be on Bryce Matthews. Costly turnover as they were holding the last shot of the third quarter, and now Ponderosa has a chance to get on the board before the end. So now, Brady had a shot, passes it up. Now Sullivan inside. Sullivan stops the drought. Now 8 seconds. Shap holding for one more shot. Turnover, Chaparral. Wide open. Guidotti with a second. Guidotti's shot is up and in. Ryder Guidotti. A last-second layup on a shot that I was for sure would have been smacked off the backboard. 10-point game. We head into the fourth. Chaparral 40, Ponderosa 30.
Climb higher with Chaparral DECA. With nearly 215,000 international members, we challenge you to be the leaders of tomorrow's business world. Learn practical skills for the real world while making a difference in your community. Travel the country, meet business professionals, and get a leg up on your college application. Join today by enrolling in a marketing class. Chap DECA. Join us now or work for us later.
Ice cream, yogurt, or sorbet. If you love it, we have it at Cold Stone Creamery. There's a treat for every taste, like our new rich and creamy red velvet cheesecake ice cream, our tangy tart cherry yogurt, and our bubbly pink champagne sorbet. Try one today in a creation, and be sure to add your favorite mix-ins. New ice cream, yogurt, and sorbet flavors made fresh in every store. Available for a limited time only at Cold Stone Creamery, the ultimate ice cream experience.
Welcome back, everybody, for more CBN doubleheader action. We are here in Ponderosa High School. My name's Kyle Potts. I'm joined by Ryan Crawlers, Grayson Sargent on the camera, and Reagan Smith on the computer. Ponderosa has the ball after a last-second attempt to make it a 10-point game in the fourth. Mikey Thomas on the drive. Tries to give it to Brady. This pass is tipped away, and now Chaparral gets the ball back. Dominic Coleman, guarded by Guidotti, who made that last-second shot to end the third quarter. This ball is popped way up in the air. It's popped loose, but it stays with Shap.
Yeah, going back to that last-second shot at the end of the third, we were talking about it at the break. We both thought for sure that the ball was going to be out of reach for Guidotti.
Oh, apologies, this is back to Ponderosa. Guidotti off balance three, but it goes in. Guidotti's right foot was slipping. Still finds a way to put the ball in the bottom of the net. This one's intercepted by Kobe. Gray inside, lays it up and in. 9 unanswered points. A 9-0 run. Coach Truesdale needs a desperate timeout to collect his team. Another quick break from our local sponsors.
Climb higher with Chaparral DECA. Gain practical skills for the real world while making a difference in your community. Join today by enrolling in a marketing class. Chaparral DECA. Join us now for some seriously fun business.
What makes Cold Stone Creamery the ultimate ice cream experience? Our crew members handcraft our ice cream in small batches, one flavor at a time, prepared just for you. For a limited time only, try our fudge truffle ice cream at Cold Stone Creamery, the ultimate ice cream experience.
Welcome back, everybody, to Ponderosa High School. This game on CBN is brought to you by Fika Coffee. in the heart of Main Street of Parker, Colorado. Come get your coffee today. In a matter of 48 seconds, Ponderosa, down by 10, has made it a 5-point game. A huge spark from Gaddati's layup to end the third has made this an interesting game once again.
And we've seen end of second and end of third buzzer beaters that have really carried on to the next quarter for both teams.
More pressure, ball's on the ground. We're either going to have a jump or a foul. So it's going to be a jump ball. And Chaparral is going to have it. Now inside Bryce Matthews. Nick Williams looking for a three. No, doesn't get that one to fly, and a foul called.
Good call there, obvious push.
Foul called on Ingles. Ingles gets his second foul of the game. Another skip pass, deflected by Kobe. And this ball's back on the ground. Ball goes to Pondo. Foul called on Nick Williams. Kobe Gray has been all over the court tonight.
That looked like a definite foul when he jumped from behind. He hit Nick Williams, but I don't know.
Kobe Gray, an excellent goalie, as he's also getting a scholarship to Denver University for soccer, a former U.S. youth team goalie, and you could see those goalie instincts translating onto the court. Thomas three, Thomas! Mikey Thomas, a 2-point game. Shep is the one that needs a spark.
What happened?
What was a 16-point Chaparral lead has diminished into just a 2-point lead for Shep. More pressure, three, Hernandez silences the Ponderosa crowd. A dagger from downtown.
That's exactly what Chaparral needs in this tight game. They just threw away their 10-point lead, and now they're back to 5. They need to keep it going.
The left-hander gets his shot of the quarter. Now Ingles, tough pass, almost sails out of bounds. Gaddati controls it. Now Kobe, top of the key, inside Ingles. Now it's back out, Gaddati again, off the back iron. The rebound is to Dominic Coleman.
Gaddati, he feels unstoppable right now, but that three made him realize, hey, I got to take some smarter shots.
And we're going to get some contact from the Ponderosa side. It's going to look like a hold. Mikey Thomas was the culprit on the foul. Now again, more pressure, swing pass to the corner. Now Coleman, getting a lot of pressure, loses the ball. Chaparral, another turnover. Hits in three, blocked away by Coleman, but a foul. Dominic Coleman.
No.
Fouls Derek Hansen on the three-point shot. Dominic Coleman just fouled a 78% free throw shooter. And the first one is good. Hansen's knee his ACL has not affected him tonight clearly. Second, good. He's made all his free throws tonight. Good again, 3 for 3. 2-point game, and it looks like the life has been sucked out of Shap. May it be another Hernandez 3. Something needs to provide another spark. How about a Dalton 3? That one pumps up the crowd once again. Joseph Dalton, his second 3-point shot. Now back to a 5-point game. Ingles, now to Brady. Kobe trying to get something. Hanson has the ball, has been a huge contributor tonight. Something on the drive, there's Ingles. I mean, now Etherton has the ball. Two defenses allowed to apply pressure. Hanson no good on the 3. Hasn't made one this whole second half. 33% after going for 3 for 3 in the first. Now Ingles gets him on the baseline. Pump fake, no foul. This one's blocked away by Joseph Dalton.
Looked like some contact there, but we've been talking about all game. They've let them play very physical.
Wide open. 3 ball is good. Nick Williams gets his second of the game.
That was a complete turnaround. It looked like they lost all of their life, like you said.
We're gonna take a quick break as we get back to you with this incredible matchup.
Climb higher with Chaparral DECA. Gain practical skills for the real world while making a difference in your community. Join today by enrolling in a marketing class. Chaparral DECA. Join us now for some seriously fun business.
What makes Cold Stone Creamery the ultimate ice cream experience? Our crew members handcraft our ice cream in small batches, one flavor at a time, prepared just for you. For a limited time only, try our fudge truffle ice cream at Cold Stone Creamery, the ultimate ice cream experience.
An exciting game played against two bitter rivals in Ponderosa High School. Chaparral clearly leading 49-41. This game is brought to you by Fika Coffee. Drop in to Parker's favorite coffee house today. This game is also brought to you by Chaparral Wish Week and by Chaparral DECA, as well as the Cold Stone of Parker. 3:19 left to play, and it's been exciting. An 8-point game. Chaparral is also in the bonus. Mustangs have 6 fouls and currently trail by 3 possessions. Little pause as Coach Truesdale talking to the official right now. And a bit of an argument right there. Anyways, Brady will pass it in to Etherton. Now Etherton takes up possession. 8-point deficit they'll have to climb out of. More pressures. Dominic Coleman swiping. Hanson back out of the corner. Now Ingles takes a screen from Kobe. Another screen, drive baseline. Now Hanson. 3 ball is good. Knocks down the trifecta.
Ponderosa needs to use that to get that 5-point deficit erased.
They've dug a hole for themselves early, but now it made an interesting game. Ponderosa and Shap desperately need wins to make the playoffs this year. Pull up Jay. No good, but a putback from Bryce Matthews.
What a play by Bryce Matthews to jump up on that either shot. That might have been a purposeful pass, but what a play.
So a drive for Etherton. Foul. We'll see if this one's on the ground. Joseph Dalton, they get the foul. Continuation will give them the and one attempt. Mikey Thomas comes back into the game for Derek Hansen with 2:09 left. In a game with playoff implications, Chaparral has 3 freshmen. So the and one attempt is completed by Etherton and a 4-point game. Tries to split the defenders. Ball's loose. Ball's to Matthews. Inside slam dunk by Nick Williams. Give me this one's Ronnie DeGray with a huge Chaparral jam.
The freshman with the hops. Oh my goodness, what a smart pass and what a dunk by Ronnie DeGray.
The freshman jams it down hard, and he will have his own and one attempt. He got up on that one too, Ryan.
Oh my goodness, to say the least.
That was no good. DeGray gets his own rebound. This one. Dalton. 3. Joseph. Dalton. 9-point game. Hansen responds. No good. Rebound. But a foul. 134. Pondo is in a panic.
Wow, that dunk turned this entire game around. Oh my goodness.
Just an incredible 30 seconds for Chaparral. 6 points in 30 seconds.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
The slam, the and one, and a monster 3. Now off the 1-and-1. Coleman's no good. Who is an 80% free throw shooter, missed that one. Hansen pulls up 3. Good on Hansen's 3. Derek Hansen reminds Chaparral there's still a ball game left. 1:25 here in the 4th. This game definitely coming down to the last shot.
Yeah, to say the absolute least. I mean, I personally thought, and this is probably what Chaparral thought too, is that at the end of the 3rd, it's over. I mean, nothing stopped the Chaparral offense, and then nothing was going for Pondo. But then that buzzer beater probably is what turned this entire Mustangs team around, and now we're looking at a 6-point ball game, which at one point was it was just a 3-point ball game 30 seconds ago. Like you said, this is insane. This is one of the best games I've ever seen.
Chaparral trying to continue a 4-game winning streak. Chaparral can also only lose 1 game if they want a chance to make the playoffs. Ponderosa trying to snap a 3-game losing streak. A 4th would definitely hurt their chances for a postseason spot. Bryce Matthews gives to DeGray. Pressure. Given right there, Chaparral's gonna have to slow it down and burn some clock. Skip passes for the men in blue. 60 seconds left. Baseline drive, turnover. But this might have been tipped, and they're gonna call it. They're gonna call it tipped by Ponderosa. So Shap keeps the ball. 2-possession game, 51 seconds left.
Keep possession, no turnovers.
And then we have an intentional foul by Gadati. The rest of Chaparral's game will have to be played at the free throw line. Ponderosa hoping that Coleman can go cold. Dominic Coleman 2 for 3 at the line tonight. 80% on the year. 1-1. Good on the first. 7-point game. 44 seconds left. Coleman again. No good. Rebound to Shap. Ball kept with Chaparral. Now with 35 seconds left, they need a foul again. And they do. This one is Bryce Matthews. Matthews, a 66% free throw shooter. Now in the double bonus.
I mean, I think Shap got the ball got the ball back at 56-50 with a minute 25 left. They've had the ball for almost an entire minute, just passing it around. Some of the prettiest passing you can see, and they've gotten 1 point. But the rebound on the free throw that they missed, but then, I mean, this is just the prettiest passing, and that's honestly taking out the chances potentially for Pondo.
Now on the first free throw attempt. Matthews no good. Ponderosa trailing in a 3-possession ball game, needing a miraculous comeback to take the win. Matthews good on the second. Big free throw makes it an 8-point game. Gadati throws one up. No good. Rebound Pondo. This one is airballed over the rim. A lot of contact is what Nick Williams is going to get. 8-point game, 23 seconds left here in the fourth.
Yeah, you need the desperate three for Pondo there, but he shot it from about a mile away. I mean, I've seen that made twice on a high school basketball court. One was by Shap's varsity coach Truesdale, and then the other one was last year in the Legend game by Chase Kuhn. And I mean, I've seen it shot so many times. So you gotta, if you want a chance to get back in this game, you gotta shoot smart.
So Nick Williams needs to make his second free throw attempt to make it a 9-point game. This last free throw might put it out of reach. And it's no good. Now Gadati takes it up again. Hansen tries something deep three. No good. 4 for 11. This ball all over the ground. DeGray getting in a scuffle with Hansen.
Yeah, the Pondo fans wanted a technical there. He did push him, but then Hansen was the one that jumped right in his face after the whistle.
Good no reaction too by Hansen. It's always a second guy called. 3-second countdown. 2 second. 1 second. That's all she wrote. Chaparral takes their win streak to 4.
What a game. What a game.
58-50. Chaparral heads to 7-11. They are now 4-1 in league play. Huge win as Chaparral tries to make their miraculous comeback to state. That is all we have for tonight. Thank you for watching this great doubleheader action. Chaparral wins 58. Ponderosa 50.
Climb higher with Chaparral Deca. With nearly 215,000 international members, we challenge you to be the leaders of tomorrow's business world. Learn practical skills for the real world while making a difference in your community. Travel the country, meet business professionals, and get a leg up on your college application. Join today by enrolling in a marketing class. Shap DECA. Join us now or work for us later.
At Cold Stone Creamery, we're passionate about ice cream, like our fudge truffle ice cream and new red hot strawberry ice cream. They're available in 2 creations. Our falling and chocolate creation with fudge truffle ice cream, brownie, fudge, and whipped topping, and our hot strawberry passion creation with red hot strawberry ice cream, strawberries, brownie, and whipped topping at Cold Stone Creamery, the ultimate ice cream experience.